That's a great picture. I love it.
There it is.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Super Bowl Sunday. Fuck, how did you like that? Like, that was
good game, but I
went right down to it.
Yeah, no, it's entertaining. I didn't put any money on it right now.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I bet, but I did want the Bengals to win. I used to love Carson Palmer and Chad Johnson back in the day.
Oh yeah.
And they went on a little tear, and Carson Palmer, I think, blew his knee out, and then that was like kind of the end of their season.
Right. And how about Buddy getting sacked with 30 seconds left in the game?
Oh, that sucks.
4th and first, like, oh my God, dude, you just gotta I think it was like half a yard, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 4th and 1, right? But
yeah,
the game's fast, man. We can easily sit here and be like,
well, of course.
Oh man.
I'm the ultimate armchair quarterback, man.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but no,
like everybody.
What's that?
I said like everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So thanks, man, for taking some time to jump on again. You're a repeat offender of the podcast now.
I always retweet all your podcast memories. So
yeah, I see that. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Because I always support you.
So BC Lions kicker Sean Whyte, back with the Lions. That's got to have a good ring to it. From obviously being here, born in White Rock. Talk about what that means to you, coming back to the team and being here now.
It honestly means everything, man. I was born and raised here. I grew up going to BC Place, watching the Fluties play and Louis Pasaglia play. I was at those games, and the orange and black that's just me, right? And even when I left just to get a kicking opportunity and actually play, because here I couldn't play. It was Paul McCallum.
McCallum's there, yeah.
And Wally made it clear. He's like, you could kick 90-yard field goals and have 100-yard punt average, and you still won't play over Paul. And I get it, but I knew I was still developing, man. I barely had played football, and so I wanted to learn. And I learned from the best with Wally and Paul McCallum, Don Sweet. So I was in a good spot. But but even just that, they developed me. They put in the time, and even when I left, I always felt, the line was still in me, man. I always wanted to come back and finish my career here, home with my family and my friends. And, my family sacrificed a lot for me to play pro ball. So, it's good to give it back to them. So, they can enjoy what I do as well.
Yeah. And when you think back to when you were a little kid, what's that first football memory for you?
My first football memory, man. If my first memory of just actually watching football would be, I think it was the '94 Grey Cup. What was the year Bisaglia hit it? I just remember being on 16th Avenue here in White Rock after he hit the field goal, and we ran out in the field, and I just remember a sharp pain over my head, and my buddy was so excited. We were jumping up and down with hitting pots and pans with wooden spoon. Came down and smashed a wooden spoon over my head, and the thing broke in half and went across the street. Yeah, I was done celebrating right there. That wasn't fun, but that's my. Every time I think about BC Lions, I remember Louis hitting the kick, and then a wooden spoon getting smashed over my head.
Nice. That's a great memory. And how weird, as a pro athlete, how weird have the last couple of years been? Pumping in fake crowd noise into games at the start of the pandemic. There, playing to virtually no fans in the stands. Talk a bit about that.
And it was definitely different, and it's harder because right off the bat we had the quarantine, so we were in a hotel, and it wasn't the nicest hotel in Edmonton, but literally it was prison. We were not allowed out of our. It was okay. You get 15 minutes in the yard a day.
Yeah.
So, same thing. 15 minutes to walk around the hotel. And then back up in your room, and you're not really allowed to talk to anybody or you got to go around and go back up in your room. If you get caught, you get fined. So everyone did pretty good there, but it was 3 meals a day. You'd open up your door and there'd be a meal on the ground waiting for you. So, but I feel bad for the other guys. I'm from White Rock, so I could BC, and I could drive to Edmonton. So I brought my I brought another TV, my video games. I brought out half my workout equipment so I could at least stay busy. But some guys had to fly there, and they literally nothing. So they're just rattling off push-ups and air squats as much as they can. Like, I feel bad for those guys, but man, after a while, it wasn't so bad for me. But at the end, I was like, okay, this is getting ridiculous. But we did it. We all sacrificed, man. That's what this game is all about. And I think, like, for me, I've sacrificed a lot in my life to play football. And that was an easy sacrifice, to be honest. And yes, it sucked, but it's going to be a fun story to say at the end of the day. But totally. And then literally there's no days off because you have to go in and get tested. Like, there's like a 48-hour rule. Like, you got to get tested 48 hours before a game and 48 hours after the game. So usually they want you right after the game, the day after. So there's no really any time away from the stadium. So guys were kind of just like, getting tired of just going in the same place every single day. And then when you start losing and you're not really winning, I think it's really tough. So it was just a rough go, man. But when you play a game, it's rejuvenating. You remember why you love the game. Battery outage here. And honestly, that saved my life because I thought I had a good year. I didn't have many opportunities, and when I did, I felt like I had a few long ones in there right off the bat early. But at the end, it was not many attempts for me, so it was actually kind of a boring end to my year, and didn't make playoffs. So back home to rejuvenate and start over. That's my.
we talked about the last time you were on. We talked about you winning the Grey Cup in 2015 with Edmonton. Like, I don't want to say that the drive's not there anymore, but is the drive still there? Is like the desire to win another cup, is it still in you?
Oh, hell yeah. And that's again why I knew what I was getting myself into last year. But you look at the team that we had on paper, I thought we were going to dominate. But, that's just the way football is or sports is, it's just not here. Just things didn't go our way, and it's the way she goes. So, but then now this new contract with BC, like, I haven't been this excited since my first contract. That's how nice. I'm so excited because now I can stay home. I don't have to move around. I live with my girlfriend now, and my parents are just down the street. My nieces and nephews are old enough to appreciate going to games now, and they are everyone's so excited. And, to be able to share what I do finally with my family feels awesome because I've been gone for 12 years. So they would come to one game a year in Montreal, one game a year in Edmonton.
Right.
And then they see me once a year when I come home to travel, and I get to see them for 5 minutes after a game. And I got to hop on the bus and I'm out. So it's finally good to stay home and be able to share this. And plus I go on too, I have another job. I work for Dynamic Rescue, and I'm going to apply for White Rock Fire out here too. So, I got more things going on for me here than anywhere else. And I'm 36 years old. So I'm going to play football until no one wants me. I'm too competitive. I don't like to lose at anything. And I still play a lot of other sports, and I'm just lucky football pays me to play, but I'd play if people ask me to play.
Right. And how cool is that? You're going to have like you say, your friends and your family, and you're going to be able to hang out with them after and go for a bite and have a beer. And just regular shit. Yeah. And am I right? Did I see your first game with the Lions is against the Elks?
Oh yeah, and we have a preseason game too against them. So no,
yes,
I have that game circled, and I got some friends from Edmonton that are like, "Oh, we're definitely going, man. We're making that trip. We got to see that." So it's gonna be fun playing against those guys are my best friends, man. So it's going to be fun to play against them. I expect them to talk a lot of crap, and especially when I'm trying to kick the ball, and I expect it, and that's the whole fun of it. So, but I'm going to miss those guys. That was a good, really awesome locker room in Edmonton. It was so much fun. But for me, it makes sense for me, my family to make this move. And I'm so lucky, and I'm so friggin' pumped. And I've won one in Edmonton, but to win one for your home, like, come on, that's a dream come true for me if that actually happened.
Love it. You know, the hair on my arms just stood up when you were saying that, by the way. So I got a few fan questions here for you. So Rob wants to know, he goes, is there a team or a coach that you want to play for or that you would have liked to have played for? And he's got a follow-up question as well.
Honestly, when I left, like Wally Buono was the guy that helped me the most. He's the one that found me and grew me, and he always knew when to put me in the fire and take me out. And like he did, and what would piss me off, like if I wouldn't start me, and I look back at everything he's ever done to me, and I realized it was all for the good. And when I left and they won a Grey Cup the next year, I was like, oh,
damn it.
I wanted to win for Wally. Like he's almost like my football dad, and you want to win for Wally, and I just always wanted that opportunity, and I always wanted to have the opportunity to be the starter for my home team, and I just wish I was there for the 2011 season. I was the starter playing for the BC Lions with Wally Buono there, so that would be the one I want.
That would be the team, yeah. His second question, he goes, what's the furthest that you've kicked? What's the furthest you've made?
In warm up one time, I think it was Travis Lulay I was with, and we were in Calgary, so it was high altitude, and the wind, it was a hurricane. So I was just kicking, just whatever, just normal. It wasn't really swinging. I hit probably like a 65-yarder. Nice. And then Travis goes, move it back. Just keep moving it back. So I hit a 70. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And I couldn't even believe it. Like I'm not a big ball hitter, man. Like I'm an accuracy guy. So then I moved it back to the 75 and I hit it. And I just said, screw it. I'm off the field. I'm done. The warm-up's done. I'm ready to go. So yeah, I think it was, or it was Mike Riley, one of the two. I can't remember who it was that saw it. It was one of those guys. But
Mike was a guest last season. He's a really nice guy. Hey,
who's that? Sorry,
Mike Riley was a guest last season on the podcast. Yeah,
and for me, like I love Mikey, man, and I was there when I was a rookie in BC. I think it was my second year there. Mike comes in, this tall, lanky guy, just a goofball, man, and I love it. And I go away to Montreal. He goes to Edmonton. And it's been years. And then I come back in 2015 and see him in Edmonton. I'm like, Mikey, what's up? He's like, hello, I'm Mike. How's it going? I'm like, wow, you've changed. Now he's the face of this team. So he's almost serious now. But it was a big game to him. And, he jokes around. But he kept that serious act up with me for so long. It was just driving me nuts because I know the goof was there.
Yeah.
After that year, and he got some kids. He had some kids. He loosened up a lot too. So it's good to see the old Mike, and we talked the whole time. I'm training to be a firefighter, and so is he. So we talked that whole off season over COVID, just about things. And Pat Riley actually messages me before every single game to wish me luck. He's a beauty. He's an absolute beauty, but he doesn't wish me luck when I play the BC Lions.
Right. Of course not.
No.
Rick goes, ask him if he's ever been starstruck by any players.
In the CFL, I would say when Ocho Cinco, I played with Montreal. Like I said, I was a huge Chad Johnson fan. Plus, I went to Santa Monica Junior College, and Chad Johnson went there. And one day I was punting out there, and this guy comes out, and he just threw me a ball from a distance, so I couldn't really see who it was. And my roommate came out, and I was punting to this guy. My roommate came out, and he goes, "Do you know who you're kicking to?" I'm like, "Who?" He goes, "That's Chad Johnson." I'm like, no way. So then he warmed my hands up. So I was punting to him, and I was like, holy crap, this is Chad Johnson. This is crazy. And then he came over and shook my hand. He was a super nice guy. And after that, I was the biggest fan. And that's why I like the Bengals. So that's why I wanted the Bengals to win today. So
yeah,
so I said that would be Chad Johnson would be the guy that's kind of starstruck me. But I don't really get, but for some reason, you just feel it off that guy. He's a different cat, that one. He's a good
totally.
dude.
Yeah. Brad goes, what's the best player prank that he's been involved in? There's got to be something there.
This one guy, so I was a rookie for 5 years with BC, and so that was a lot of hazing towards me. So after that, I almost got promoted right away to the Phantom. So now what happens is the O-line keeps track of rookies that aren't doing the right thing, and they make a list and they give it to me. So then it's my job to prank them. So I think the best one, and they'll rank them like, get this guy good, this guy not so good. So this guy has to be good. So I put all of his clothes. So, and also as a kicker, I'm not doing anything at practice. So I go in during practice. This was in BC too. So I started filling up a plastic bag full of this guy's clothes, filled it with water, tied it up tight, and put it in the freezer. And now no one says anything. Plus I didn't tell anybody but the O-line. And that's when it was like, who was it? Kelly Bates was there, and freaking Reed and all those guys. So they didn't say anything. So anyways, this guy couldn't find his clothes. He lost his mind. Like, he was trying to fight everybody.
Oh,
but
no.
never expect me because I'm the smallest guy there. And he left it. He couldn't find it for a week. And then one day he went to go get ice to ice something. And that's when he found his clothes. And it was just a big block. And it was funny. So he had to just thaw it. He threw it outside and just let it thaw. And it was so fun. It was a good one.
That's a good one. I can't remember. I was talking to, was it a Vancouver Canuck I was talking to, or I can't remember which hockey player it was, but they were talking about a prank that it was like Bertuzzi had pulled on, like back in that era. It was like Morrison and Naslin and Bertuzzi and all that, Brad May and shit. And Bert had filled the whole car with buttered popcorn. The guy's like, really? Fucking buttered popcorn? You could like at least done non-buttered popcorn?
How the hell did he do that? That's amazing. He must have had it,
right? Yeah. Same sort of thing, right? The boys kept him, kept the guy there, and then Bert went and filled the whole car. Anyway, Sean.
Phantom gets you, so you can't squeal.
Right, exactly. All right, let's get outside of football like we do here.
Okay.
I think we talked about this last time you were a guest. No doubt the answer will have changed this time. What are you binge watching now? What are the shows you're binge watching lately?
It's been out of control. Like Ozark just came out, but I crushed that. Cobra Kai, that was done really quick. Man, there's so many because all I use is a Fire Stick now. So I'm just going through Amazon Prime, Netflix, and Disney like you wouldn't believe. Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And
that was great.
And now I'm crushing MacGruber's hilarious to me, but it's not watching because it's coming out once a week. I would binge watch it though.
Yeah.
Too many. I could go on for a while.
I know, right? Like everybody the last couple of years just been like, I think I just watched everything on Netflix pretty much.
But that's it.
I've watched it all.
Yeah.
What was the music like in the White House as a kid growing up? Like, what are your parents playing?
Oh, my mom, there would be like a soft rock, like a classic rock.
Yeah.
It's a good mix though. They like everything. Even even this halftime show. My dad loves Eminem.
Yeah, great halftime show.
Oh, dude, that was my favorite halftime show I've ever seen. That's but like the Dr. Dre the Chronic CD, that was my favorite.
I mean, dude. I mean, that's an incredible lineup. And isn't that crazy that there hadn't been a hip hop rap halftime ever?
Like, really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, I had no clue.
Well, I had no clue either, man. I would have thought that for sure that there would have been like something.
Like at least a part of the show, like just like a quick rap
something.
Part.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Now I forgot what we were even talking about now.
Oh, the music in your house. What was your dad into?
Like rock, like Van Morrison, Clearance Clearwater.
Yeah.
My mom would go from Mariah Carey, Shania Twain. My sister would be playing Madonna. My brother would be playing Guns N' Roses and Led Zeppelin and things like that. So I had a good thing, and then I liked, just like what I said, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, but I also like the alternative stuff. So I have a good mix. I like all music as long as it sounds good and it's not too aggressive. I like it.
Yeah. You were saying I think last time, if I'm right, was it Incubus was your first concert?
Oh, wow. Yeah, Morning View.
I think. And,
Yeah.
and you haven't been on since 2017, so how about that? Speaking of chronic, do you go to many shows? What was your last show you went to?
Metallica. They're when they were Edmonton, and we got these tickets from a security guard. So it was like 5 of us from Edmonton. We went into the stands, and the security guard goes, "Why are you here?" I'm like, "These are the tickets you got us." And he goes, No, come with me. And so in front of the stage, there was almost like a loop, like a circle. And in the middle of the circle, there's a bunch of fans in that middle circle there. And it's called the Snake Pit.
Yeah.
So he just right under the stage into the snake pit, and these literally hit on us. And it was just unbelievable. It was
crazy.
So cool, man. That was the coolest experience. So yeah, I got lucky with that one, man. That was so fun.
So which member was close to where you were?
They were all moving around, man. They were
nice.
Yeah,
wow.
They would walk right past us, like right over the shoulder, really touch his foot right here.
Crazy, man.
It was sweet.
Wow.
So,
wow.
That's their last final tour too, right? So it was super cool.
Yeah. All right, let's ask an impossible question. Everybody that I ask is always like, really? The fuck, man. No. So give me 3 albums you need if you're stuck on a deserted island.
Green Day, Dookie.
That was fast.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, Scar Tissue. Dang, that's a tough one now.
Yeah.
See, now I need rap or something. It's either going to be Eminem or a Jay-Z CD.
Well, I gotta go Blueprint probably then, right?
Blueprint. I was just gonna say Blueprint.
I mean, if you're gonna go between those two,
you're not letting me think about it. If I could think about it, probably totally, but that's top of my head.
Yeah, totally. I mean, if I ask you tomorrow, it might change tomorrow. Seeing you post about the Canucks, man. You're at the Canucks game, and what do you think of the team this year? And the switch over to Boudreau and all that.
Boudreau's, what a beauty. You can just see how players react with him and just talk to him. Like even that that video he got for what was his 1000th game or something like that.
Yeah.
So all those guys made a video, and just the respect he has. You can just see he's just a player's coach, and you want to win for a guy like that. And you can see the difference in the Canucks since he's been there. And what a beauty. And I'm so happy he's here. I think he fits in with Vancouver, to be honest. So, yeah. But I like the team. I think they have a lot of potential. They just got to get a little bit of a rhythm. I don't know what they're missing, to be honest. I got the goaltending now.
Well, they got the goaltending. It took a little while for Petey to kind of get into it. I think he only had like a couple goals in the first 11, 12 games or whatever, but.
Exactly. But, coaches make a big difference, man, with players. They make it, they can really affect your everyday in the office, so.
Yeah, that's incredible. See, that's something as a fan, I don't know that, I think that fans go, okay, yeah, cool. It's a new coach, and yeah, they're playing better now but I don't know that they really recognize that the coach plays that much of a role in
big time
in that.
Big time. Yeah. And coaches that demand respect. There's coaches that, try to micromanage you. And it's just, if it just doesn't fit that culture of the locker room, maybe these guys are used to. And that's the other thing, is those guys have been together, and now you got this guy kind of trying to maybe change things. And it's just like, come on, man, that's not how we roll.
Totally, right? Like changing up a line, you're like, no, that's not the guys I play with.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It can affect you, man. Big time. I've been a part of a few teams like that. But and when you have a coach you can play for, I'd say like 2015 Chris Jones, man, he treats you like a man. Go out and have fun, boys. Be respectful, but you got to go out together, have fun. Then there's some coaches that are just like, no going out tonight. We're gonna room check, and like, holy crap.
Wow.
So it's tough, but you never know. So I don't know what's going on with that, with what they did. But I think there must be a reason behind it. Relation.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. How much have you been watching the Beijing Olympics?
As much as I can, man.
Same.
I even told my girlfriend here, nothing's on the TV but Olympics from now on, because I want to see the figure skating, or not figure skating, I do want to see the finals of figure skating, but not the whole thing. But I want like the what do you call it, the speed skating short track. That's that's my favorite thing to watch. I think it's so exciting. It's just so much drama with it. And my buddy I played with, Sam Giguère, he's on the bobsled team, so he competes on the 18th and 19th. I'm not missing that. But
nice.
But just to get into the hockey, man. It really is, and it's sad because that's my favorite part. I just wish the pros were there. That's all.
I know, right? Like, why are they not playing? They've played in the past, haven't they?
Yeah, they did. I'm not sure I didn't follow the whole thing. I know there was. I don't know if it was because of COVID or just the NHL didn't do it, but it just sucks. I love that. What was that? 2010 Olympics was so much fun to watch.
I know, right?
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That's the one I always remember anyway.
Well, dude, it was mental. Here in Vancouver was like absolutely insane.
Oh yeah. I don't remember the last bit, but I remember having a lot of fun leading up to it.
Totally right. All right, Sean. I want to respect your time here, buddy, and I'll wrap it up with a couple more questions here. What's the most you've won and what's the most you've lost gambling?
Wow. I'm not a big gambler, to be honest. I do like to gamble. Like I've been to Vegas a lot, but I'm more of like, I'll bet a couple hundred. If I lose it, I'm out. But yeah, I did one trip. I probably lost maybe 1,000, but the most I've ever won was 4,500.
Oh, nice.
That'd be about it, I think.
What were you playing for that?
For the 4,500, I was just playing poker in Vegas. It was actually on a training trip.
Wow.
Or the whole trip. That was all my money I won on that one trip. So it was a 3-day trip. I went to Vegas. I just tore my quads. The coach said, no punting. And I'm like, okay. So we'll get to camp. And they're like, you're not kicking. There's no field goals and there's no kickoffs during camp. And I'm like, so what am I doing?
Yeah, really.
And so Marty there, he goes, well, I guess enjoy your free 3-day vacation. So I'm like, all right. So I just shagged balls for Hugh that was punting and just kind of helped out where I could, and then straight to the casino right after.
Totally. Like, if I can't kick, like, what the hell am I doing then?
Exactly. So I won like a bunch on the craps tables. I probably won like $1,000 in the 3 days on the craps table and about 3,500 playing poker.
Wow.
Yeah, I was doing I was the best. I couldn't lose playing anything. I was just winning.
Crazy, man. And you don't get those many times, man. Like, when you get those times, roll with them.
That's American money too. Oof.
Yeah.
No, it's like I just got to get out. Most of the time, once I win, you got to get out. So usually
you do, yeah. You almost have to be like, well, I got like $200 that I'm cool with losing.
Yeah.
But if I also get to 1,000, I got to get out of here, man, or I'm going to lose that money again.
Hell yeah. That's exactly.
Yeah, you need to do that. All right. Final question. How are the flying lessons coming along?
Gone now. I do want to go back though. It's been about 5 years or something like that.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about that and how you were loving it last time, man.
Man, it was so much. I still love it, and I'm a huge nerd. Like I'm gonna get a PC with a simulator on it or something. But I do plan to go back once I have enough money to go do it. But I was right at where I had to do the flying test and the written test, and I actually got in a car accident, so I couldn't get to the airport. Oh. And it was getting it planned to be done the week before I left to camp in Edmonton. So I never got to do the written test in my final, and I went straight to Edmonton. And I never went back because I ended up living in Edmonton that year.
Ah, crap. It's coming around though. That sounds like something in your future then, for sure. Hey?
No, it'll definitely be a hobby of mine. I love flying. It's so much fun. It's like a real life video game to me. So I'll get.
My brother-in-law used to have it was like a part owner of one of the airstrips in just outside of Niagara on the lake there out in Ontario.
Okay.
And flies all the time. Or used to fly all the time and shit. And like,
sweet.
What a life, man. What a life.
Did you ever go up?
Not with him, no. If I trust him that much. What is it? What's that?
Have you ever been up in a little Cessna plane?
Yes, man. And those air pockets, like, you're flying. It's not like a commercial flight, right? It's not like a commercial flight.
No, it's literally a go-kart in the air.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun though. They're a lot of fun, but they're so safe. The wing for you to go down in those things. So
yeah. It's good to see you, buddy.
You too.
You're easy to find on social media. Just simply your name with a 6 at the end.
Yep.
I guess that's it. We'll see you online. We'll see you on the field.
Yep.
And good luck with the upcoming season.